Ena awie so ebra so se yetimi esinkonwa na afei as usual said ya nyina yenim no dwumadie baako pa ewiase afa na nyina Ghana ha nyina edu awia na bo no mienu pe na obia ahyase atwipina no no obia ehwe no no obia etie no ebra so se yede ebre wo kai na hye nso se enne enso so eyeda foforo Nyankopon ede atom yen esese yedimu nepa na afei nyamu anigye esanse enne eye ebrada na edu ebrada sa na ohu Ghana ha na ye wo eye portions bia edu brada wo mu nko ba bia eti edu brada wo mu no omu ofie obia timi aginani obia timi hunu ne eko eti ene obia ye krado dwumadie no very packed ayede brew ene awie enso so ewa ha aha aye net2 television oko Facebook net2 television ewo ho ana afa ye sanso stream live enso so ewo YouTube enso so a ubetimi follow na afa wode o comment ene ne aka nyina enso so ede afa ho aba afa kai na sansha no so se ene dwumadie bi ahyase a ekoso ewa Asante Mantemu ene se eye Council of States abato a womo ahyase a womo eye ho adwuma ne ade nche se entokwa a ekoso no enya asem koto akra me no eka sei enkran pumpuni Mantemu eye Greater Accra region ehon so ase ejada ho ehohuru eti ebekọ na afei yetimi akwakodi eno so ho Nkomo ewo fidue mu ha enne afei kai na hye no so se enra ene beto dwa se His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ni ora team no wohia wo mo na wo de wo report nyina ebae na according to reports no yes say ye wo several evidence ye de ekwa komo mampeni se onje na sankofo no ohwe na afi oni omachi eti sankomo no ye bekom na afi ye di ho nkomo pa enedue afi ye san tenase a Albert Asumani enso beba be come inside na afi ye de Ghana Nkomo enso so e de abre ofidue mu ha na afi yasan ato aso akwanim as usual or comment or text messages WhatsApp messages ni nyina no enso so will be welcomed into ubetimi e de abem na ase wana program no proceed no na afi yeguso kan eno so so e de ema bibia eko nanim kai na sansha no so se ohwe afi ebi so so etie ne live na utie dia eye oman ewo enkra pumpuni Mantemu no eye oman FM 107.1 FM and afi oko eye Asante Mantemu nso so a eye Ash FM so eye 101.1 FM and afi 90.1 FM enso so eye NAP radio eno wo eye Central region and empatem asinfosu areas wo nyina no chese obi aguso a otie ne live enso so ewo a bibia ekoso woni a eboa ama bibia koso nso so no aye krado a bibia aguso a eko nanim ye fra me Anthony Kofi Inkum Dadzi me ana me dwumadie no achia me afei bomodin se ubetwa ne tiawa na afei wa fra me Mr Inkum ye twa ye ho yaba na ye ba as usual Ghana Nkomo no be hyase e de amount we have several issues yebehwe na afei yatimi aka ho asem enipa bi nso ahyase a wo mo keke kansem bi na honorable Kennedy Agyapong ono no keka say na ma NPP amanyoko lulusu ye ne ade ni nyina no yebekom na afei yedimu Nkomo entie na eja no ehuru wo soso bo modern say duru abetimi aba na afei yato aso akọ yanim dwumadie ni din edisi ni pen ye twen ye ho na afei ye ba yato aso ama.
The lion is certain. The lion never second guesses. When the lion goes in, it goes in 100%. There is nothing half-hearted about the lion. How great could your life be if you lived with the certainty of a lion? What if you just started believing in yourself and your own abilities? How far could you go with unbreakable self-belief? Who could you become if there was no doubt in you? If you trusted your intuition and just went for everything you want in life with the same ruthless certainty as a lion hunting its prey. You can't rely on other people to achieve the results you want in your life. You are the only one responsible for your results. Take responsibility. Take ownership. Take action. Only you know what's best for you in your life. Only you know which path to take in each moment of your life. You must make those decisions with certainty. The lion is certain. The lion never second. Competence. Lions are said to sleep around 20 hours a day. Still, they never go hungry. They get up and they get the job done. They earn their rest. They earn their success. They earn their freedom. There are great rewards for competence. In life, if you provide more value to others than anyone else, in a shorter space of time, you will be rewarded, and you will be rewarded well and often. It does not matter how long you work. It matters how good that work is. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in. It only matters how much value you've created. Develop yourself into a competent machine. Work on what matters in your life with laser focus, ruthless determination, and a burning desire to do everything to the very best of your ability. That builds pride and respect for yourself.
You might be smarter than me. You could well be stronger than me. You might have more luck than me. But you cannot defeat me. You will not detach me from my purpose. You will.
Competence. Lions are said to sleep around 20 hours a day. Still, they never go hungry. They get up and they get the job done. They earn their rest. They earn their success. They earn their freedom. There are great rewards for competence. In life, if you provide more value to others than anyone else, in a shorter space of time, you will be rewarded, and you will be rewarded well and often. It does not matter how long you work. It matters how good that work is. It doesn't matter how many hours you put in. It only matters how much value you've created. Develop yourself into a competent machine. Work on what matters in your life with laser focus, ruthless determination.
Abusua yesan ema ye ho akwa babiem edeba dwumadie ne so ye nyina ye nim se eye sinipen na sinipen no nso so no emrada ho ne se as usual ye be ma afrefo enso so aba enne na se afrefo oba unya afre ya ne yen ye de emrane no ya pa wo mrane no ye bonu sinipen a na nso age so se ye ka no se de tie afi no ahyase ama wugya no ehuru na yeguso a yekoyanim kai na hye no so se enne eye ebrada na yetinkonwa so ya ye de dwumadie no ebrew Oman FM so etwegu afi Ash FM so enam so Nap Radio enso so efa no live enti ho nyina nso no betimi afa sa platform ni nyina so edo messages aba na fe yetimi agebre asan akenkan ni nyina ede amaukama na enne sade ye nyina yenim ewo Ghana ha no His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wa shase a all form the government, and so sade ye ya na etie no it is about time I say to aba na fe ye shase enya mpanifo a wo mo betu o mampanifo a ya na ye from Council of State no na sa dwumadie no na ahyase a enne Asante Mantemu ehon nchinu ahyew saa nso so na akọ nkana pompuni mantemu nso so a ehon nso so no ehon nchinu ahyew ekoso a ni nyina no awie ye behwe na afei yatimi edi ho enkomo saa nso so na wodu ani kiremu ewo eye omampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama so eye nso a ono nso enra na otimi ewekame mpanifo a wapa wo mo abedwakuo nipa makomako enum an wapa wo mo se wo mo enye nhwehwemu na nipa bi a womo awia oman ni sika ana womo afọ oman na japade emiri bi a atwam aba besen kọ no sankofo ni nyina no yensi akire na afi womo hwe ni nyina mra na yentimi enye sika ana ye japade emfiri womo eho na eno no yebedi hu nkomo na afi ya hwese is it going to be only concerning the elsewhere administration ana say baba ya ade bi a sebe efi Kwame Nkrumah pen so wo mo a afa Ghana japade nyina ene ye beje ana womo abeye 4 years 10 years ya womo FIA ne ba beje ana se te sei adom eja sesei ora daromanti ehese emfaso pe bi ba
akoluti bibiara
o me hu song sabro be
yese be na na bu no be se ye pa afase ana prada go pra na o chira afase it is wa afase ayira na se pra onuzu oni afase asa okohwehwe a onko no ho it is on luti bibiara ya uhura afo ana wese so ma yam sisi
bema na ai se wa wani tu ase ena Council of States no womo asha abato na se womo eye niama eni ade na unu ya wonche no ahye wa asha ase okuma ase na nya asem ketwa
em say wie na metititi ba me nyise da nya the full details but the matter is em say kuma se o ma ko pia pie ni o ma ballot box here they to abana ni I don't know say what really is the issue e kuma se minim say Council of State abade na nka enye partisan enti ye to aya na ye nya sa de sometimes grebo I quite remember said 4 or 8 years ago if my memory serves me right one of the police stations so the about no palm said 10 no matter abana nyina wi
ye wo fufu nti ye no nkwan wonim nye nti asanche no ahwo na ba me nsusu menim enti me yankwa asante mantem na ye reporter anase ye nua ba ko a ye ne no enso so eye adwuma Richard Mensa enso e wo ho nti ye nkohwe na afei ye ne Rich eni Nkomo e ma na kwa aba Rich otemenka ye ma ye mo ha e mo akwa aba
Nkomo mejojo
Rich bibi aboko de
Sami adu mo Nkomo bibi aboko
me shada nte Rich nka Rich u phone security ni fa ko bonkum aha bibi aboko de
nyame adom bibi aboko
awie yanka bi nhemu ane yanya ne nte se wasante mantem mu nchi no ahye bi ahyase with regards to a Council of State hyehyeye ene ntotoye a wo mo no we de obi se una wo gina ho a de ekoso obi an wani etua wada Roma boye nkyeremu
erase Nkomo said the engineer said the can tudwa no enne na mpanimfo ye hyehyeye say Council of State about 1 year to na one go put two mpanimfo fa mpuntu ho yaktimi edi mpuntu no ahyehye so na ananopa no obo be say no wotwe de na ye wo ground side na ye adwuma ene ade a njanche ene ehun say enya intel bi say atwuma mfo bi for bo ase a won be ba ye nya no ground so ehre say opanyina nkane na oye oboase east municipal chief executive there do wana ni say from Kizuba ono ene de atwuma mfo no e bae na ono mu dwuma de nyina ne say ono mu nimpe fe say abayi a ye wabeto no na ewura chama ono gina mu edema endi samani ko yem fa say ogina mu e na o pribi no mu oye former Ashanti regional eye chairman edema endi samani ko no ena ti say abande na ekoye nyina ne say kokoye partisan na say nkan na ye kan say no partisan na but ti say no akwakoye NPP NDC na nan kansa bodo ye agrekinzma hene ono nso egina bi ena eye mpanufo de kan ma o yedu eyiminu ena mo gina say emfo mo so aba no njana parade abato no hyehyɛ so ene abato no de bibia ekɔ simuta asemboni bia ens ne mom ye kodu ho a ehu sɛde na police fo esi egu ho no me ankasa kra no me yam hye bizam na ba we de senka enya de anka police fo betima ba sa na so e de need to from tintel I pick here no say ye to abani wie na say ankwan kodi chama no bimpe ene ngi sama no koro no mo a distractions ebeba nti ye to abani wie na aka say ye be ye sortings na nti mo ye sorting wie na omo kan na no ehun say na nkansa body na ba no ekofro a senka ye jampo ne egubo a ko betimi edinkunu ehun ye ne say na satam chama bimpe ote ho na obo ne ni kire eye Ashanti regional organizer dem a ndi sama no koro e friend say Isham obo ne ni kire Isham say Isham from kofo no use anzam kofo no omo fufure chi bentin na omo ba ye distractions na de ebinu mo tun konwa ballot box size yo no mapa no people no majat team any identity eye isi for no ye senka omo di radan bi mu enu anso masanso akotwa isi for na sanso akoje abubu nyema ne ade nti ekokoba na isese ntrofo a ewo ho ebinu mu ye se o se dia sin no esi kononka yɛbɛtumi ayɛ videos kakra ɛtumi ɛde evidence na de nanso si ehu sɛ woyɛ media ni a ɛne asotoro ne adeɛ de amanfoɔ di bi pɔpɔpɔpa saa bɛrɛ mo kasa yi aberante wakɔyɛ adwuma ma Angela FM ɛna ɔka sɛ ɔda ɔfɔno kyɛ aban aresa bia n'ani sɛ ɛtu sɛ ɛmpaeɛ oni nyinaa no ɔda hɔ a ɔhwɛ aresa baako nso wɔ ɛrepa FM panyin papa panyin paa ɔda fam na mɛtwe banfoɔ yi ɔmo sa ne boots ne adeɛ ɛna afei so aberante baako no so ɛyɛ adwuma ma lɔsi nti wɔn nso di asotoro sɛ wɔayɛ video nti ɔndile ti firi so ne nyinaa mɛtwe banfoɔ no ne adeɛ nti akokɔ baa saa na sɛ akɔyɛ sɛ fighting for yourself nti akokɔ baa na sɛ yɛdi mirika a yɛpɛ baabi a yɛde yɛ ho bɔkɔ yɛnim sɛ ɔma hu yɛ nti ɛno nso mofrɛ sɛ yɛfo no yɛkura no video sɛ ɔso bia yɛmfa mmra na yɛn ɛndile ti firi so na ɔmogyeɛ no agya ɔmogye ti ɛfiri so nti na aba ka yɛnim sɛ bɛyɛ sɛ 8 years ibɛni yɛto kora bi a wɔnte sɛ bi a yɛto council of state aba ɛbɛwie na yɛato wɛ nenam deɛ ɔmo ɛpɛ sɛ ɔmo kyerɛ nyinaa no sɛ ɔno mo mpɛ sɛ ɛyɛ Nana Nkansa Boadu a ɔmo nso ɔmo nim sɛ ɔyɛ NPP ni na kwan bɛ na ɔbɛfa so a ɔbɛtu ɛyɛ dɔmamafo ɛno nti ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɔbaba bɛyɛ council of state member ɛno nti ɔmo haw nyinaa no saa bɛrɛ no kasa deɛ wɔn mo atumi asɛe wɔn mo ɛyɛ ballot papers ne ballot box na wɔn mo ɛde yɛ adwuma na saa na yɛbɛpie mu wɔ Agrek Nzema ne mpanimfoɔ so wɔ Agrek Nzema no nso adi nkɔmmɔ na ɛyɛ Nana Nkansa Boadu na kyea me hene ɔno nso na ɛyɛ polling agent ɛde ma Nana Nkansa Boadu ɛwɔ scene so a na ɔhwɛ sɛdeɛ abatoɔ no ɛbɛkɔ so baako mmienu na ɛbɛtumi ayɛ bibia amene firi ɔwɔ ha yɛfrɛ no sɛ Nana Boɔ yɛne ne di nkɔmmɔ na baabi a sɛ yɛbɛka no sɛ media perspective yɛhuiɛ ɛna afei so ɔno so a na ɔno deɛ n'ani twa mu pɔtee no yɛreso yɛ no mfa mfira nana yɛma ɔhamfam na ne tu TV so na ɛnɛ deɛ kɔɔso yi deɛ wobɛka sɛ na yɛ give and take sɛn paa na wo so baabi a na wogyina ɔso hu nneɛma
ɔmɛmfa akɔnya wei so na menkyia n'atufoɔ nyinaa baabi a motiefoɔ nyinaa kɔ so amfa akɔnya so na menhyira Asantema Wura na menkyia me wura Nana Boadu Nkansa ayɛ boafo di am kokodufoɔ ahobraseɛ ayɛ oyɛni nua sɛdeɛ wosi ka na bamɛmfa akɔnya so no nyɛ wura nam ɛna ɛyɛ Asantema assembly members wɔ Asantema ɛna nanom atena nkonnwa mpanyinfoɔ Asantema mu nyinaa yɛ na obi biara ase yɛwura yɛyɛ assembly members na yɛkɔ nanam so yɛsere no yɛpɛ sɛ ɔno ɛbɛbɛdi yɛni no kutu mpanyinfoɔ ma yɛ na sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ yɛn assembly members na yɛtwa wiase na yɛ dea enti yɛhyɛ wurabɔ ɛsɛ berɛ de duru a yɛde nkunundi abɔtire no ɛbɛbɔ no ɛnɛ ɛna ɛbrɛ no aso na ɛbrɛ no so me nam sa agent ɛma yɛwura me assembly member me agent ɛde maa no na ɛbrɛ no so yɛ a yɛto aba no yɛ assembly members nam sɛ na yɛyɛ ahyɛ ho sɛ yɛpɛ sɛ mmere wei Nana Boadu Nkansa yɛboafo abɛduntu no enti yɛto aba no sɛ deɛ yɛsi yɛsuto no na yɛto aba no wie yɛ yɛsɔɔto woyɛ woto aba na wɔsɔɔto wie a yɛde sisi hɔ a ɔwia ohu wodi first ohu ɛna aba no so nipa 86 pɛ de to aba no eti yɛka yɛwura Nana Boadu Nkansa yɛboafo de yɛwura ɛmaa no wie a ɔboro 44 no mahu sɛ deɛ bɛsi nyɛ yɛ de asi awie enti na yɛ sɛ akwa bi wura m sɛ kai ɔmpene ma Nana Boadu nkuti ɔmampanyin ɛfo enti ɔmpene ma yɛ sɔɔto mu enti ɛka kakra na nkɛde ayɛnde ɛna mɛtwa manfoɔ so bɛwura m ne ɛborɔ ne nneɛma deɛ ɔmahu bi pa na mmiri nyina akyi no yɛpɛ sɛ yɛka wɔ ɔmampanyin wɔn script nyinaa kora no regional minister ɛyɛ adeɛ wi yɛn assembly members yɛn new regional minister onye obi a ne yɛ fide so asɛ repeat assembly members new regional minister nye obi a na regional minister nka hu sɛ ne yɛ wɔyɛ no na hu sɛ MMDC so ohia bu Asantema eti nneɛma a wɔyɛ yɛn assembly members ne nyinaa so no yɛkotu yɛn fo ofie amampanyin onipa bie no amampanyin bɛbɔ ne din a yɛbɛ so confirm no da sɛ ɔmo so mo mpere ɛma Nana Boadu Nkansa ɛboafo yɛn assembly members no yɛn ne yɛto aba no amampanyin si yɛnyi deɛ ɛpɛ deɛ yɛpɛ Nana Boadu Nkansa ɛboafo nti so ɔmo so mo mpere ma yɛso yɛnyi Nana Boadu Nkansa ɛboafo a MMDC bie no amampanyin bɛtum ɛbɛgyina tum apɔnti bie no amampanyin bɛgyina until say council of state no ɔmo lɛbɛ Ghana na kan so amampanyin dwom ama ɛbɛma yisi nim sɛ Nana Boadu na awɛneɛ ɔmo declare Nana Boadu so ɔmo declare Nana Boadu dia ɛne yɛ so ɔmampanyin bi bɛbɛ bia no yɛbɛgye atum na so ɔmo declare Nana Boadu na regional minister sɛ ɔmpere ma yɛnya regional minister sɛ ɔmpere regional minister na yɛ saa ne ma wɛ nyinaa wɔn de map ɔsa bɛgyina ɔyɛ nim onim same me assembly member regional minister bɛgyina me nim brand ɛka kyɛ me praise sɛ over ne over ɔsɛ ɔka ɔyusu the word ɛsɛ apart sɛ Yesu Kristo pɛ de bɛfiri ɛsoro ba asase so a ɔno no ma Nana Boadu ni council state da ɛsɛ ɛka kyɛ regional minister sɛ wɔno also MMDC bi yɛsɛ confirm mu da apɔntis ni nyinaa ɔfa bɛtwofoɔ ɛmɛ confirm mu sɛ de na ɔyɛ no na sɛ saa ne ma no ɔde ba Yesu yɛkɔ fie na kɔtu nkurɔfoɔ yɛkɔka nkurɔfoɔ yɛkɔtu wɔn fo yɛkɔtu yɛn retwa wiafoɔfo ne kutu na namu nyina afo esa ade sei na regional minister obaye no eti a petition yura asante because regional minister so tumfo okra be ka che na Council State no tumfo na buodu waka na oyanim de gina asante ahemfie no obaye be ye wadanse ho ye record no e wadanse nyina gina wa ogina asase kan ye de ko kire yura
okay
so wo metie regional minister score ma tse no asemo ka kire yura eti nyina asame meso ye ka bo kutumfo ne a petition ya koma no sa ade a regional minister o ka regional minister be che no position de kura no
regional minister Dr. Frank Amoko na asem na again.
Yes, regional minister no ba na anu ya na wonya hu office hwe no ono a.
All right, Rich, my nase na yemfensie sanse yenya ne ntie se wodu ani kire mo enkran pumpuni mantemu hankasa nsoso no nyasem ketwa ehon nsoso no koso de den kra me no kasa nupenu kra de emsese de ayes no enyasem ketwa ntimi yemfansia na yensan entwaso ewo studio ha wadaroma yedase bebre Albert nia ekoni o Council of State
unse
ene me kan bibia se MNDC no ne besidie
meeting na mesre because eba Council of State abatwa Council of State here ekuo bia like respected the mom Ghana hano enya DSS ye this anema we back Council of State abatuo mu isa say a castle be a Council of State member a positioner omo no mama mpani afutu na ya try o Ghana ha yam na non partisan inti a back Council of State emfa ho enya maniku a odom o mampani na nkasa wo nkofo be appoint omo I don't make Council of State in this. Bamran so my kwan say yet to aba near ye regional reps edeba. Enti buyer yet to nene, it has no party colors. And this obey a farm ration in some set or the quiet partisan. Now I cast way NPP ni way NDC ninti mempnea. Nasa uncle for no. I say Ghana amayono ama chichere omonti ase. Enti mesre omo. Omoma aban kotwe baabi akire na brebre omomfa ano brebre enkasa asemwe
onze utie assembly member na okasa na asem okan ne se ono nim se we orchestrations are by the regional minister because regional minister no ene de metros eba ho and then also ono no ehwe a o se eye obi ene bowuram se abatu we na ye assembly members na eto enti omo mato aba na wi aye kan no eno mu se da bi oye opani ba ko a oye normal vote awanya na enya de a ebeboa nipa no so omo mu hu ni so ye NPP ni enti ene omo ma ne kwan e ma ne nko na me kai se His Excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo ne time no said na one former your friend is a regional former minister me referee the near Sam George Kotuni
E.T. Mensah.
E.T. Mensah.
Yeah.
E.T. Mensah was part.
Yes.
E.T. Mensah no idea.
Oh, yeah, this is
so I mean, where the senka we no and can be biao.
Intra man say, "Oh, say obia or Council of State muno. Aya na respect man so a statesman and as a statesman like mpenifo manimonyam. Just say ushia o ma untumi enform animunya form. Oh, and but a oma batwo na se wu se basa ye say ekuma aya na me bisa mo say sankrofo we see politicians okuma na ngasa na it's hard time as say ye draw mo on attention na ye mo ti ase say Ghana so sebi ye were anyansa for ni the form wo mamu ha omo nye politicians edu bia na politicians akwa say onko na krom anyansa wo mutiri enti akwam bi on be fa so a said you omo pese ekon san necessary ekon. But I want to tell every politician in this country, from President John Dramani Mahama to the last politician on this earth, say, and nyansa fo mu nim nyansa okrum ha che omu bebre omo na omo nyama nyosem enti eba say ye kire ya dwen wo Ghana na ema ho a mo ma ne nye say ase nyankopɔ kire nyansa de ma amanyofo se nyansa pa na nke de ye ma kwan se wo nyansa fa be di o man so a me ye sure say bia nka manyoni bia ne go bia nka be qualify
on say Gideon Boako honorable Gideon Boako e hya ase or catch His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the NPP Amanyoko say and near Mabia say or more NDC tax so be no mako to ashe we so no mako we say pinte no ya do so nti on kasa mo munye din o ti asema na NDC fo ni bi eka say na ono de ono no e de na fa no no ono de ono say nyo no kutatumi ene ade this is becoming unbecoming
na meka atutrasema ehun hia atutrasema ehun hia because we a member of Council of State. It is not a political platform. And baby omote, baby omubi omujuma, bibiano, yehu say, we penny international positions are kesia bu ha. Constitution ka say President ba appoint to in consultation with the Council of State.
Yes.
Sometimes the
Albert my answer there. So near ye me pacho say utie radio a but modern say obeba Facebook one kasa bet me aba be hu bi hwe near ekoso no echei I mean Chinese war chese de ekoso no ano oden eti say wo de bia na ono radio na utie a but modern say obeba YouTube ana obeba Facebook na bra na behwe but modern abra na de behwe near ekoso ho nia ekoso no chese enya de keto akra abet share video ni bi na ekoso no you could see that these are people who are not part of nkofo eseso omoto aba no but look at what they are doing when you omoye enkrata ese yisi yisu nyina no he wo ma gini nyina tetim ensentwerofo ensoso sebe omo tax ayede ameme mo mu nyina no ni nyina no yade a wo mo age atititimu a chese gua etu de bra Facebook ana bra now so bra behebi nia egua no wa ba osu betimi ahunu bi he yisim kofo a wo mo represent electoral commission wo mo niam nyina ntade a wo mo hyehyɛ nyina no he wo ma gya tetini nyina mu wo ma sese niam bebrebe etu so bra Facebook na bra na behebi nia ekoso no kure nyame anim nie airtime sese wo ya aban na wo penso na sesa niam we ekoso a airtime me ever since I wo mi we ase ana me te Ghana na matena anyini aye pani no kura me kam obi ate ne say never and maintain down pose enne eye da bia ye dey to Council of State for aba maintain bi da na campus sebe bibia fi mu aba amana ba be say enwoma bi ate say no airtime you see sometimes ani e kan na nkofo say na de bia ye di politicians atem na nka wan ye nkodu na atem time songo started say all kan football mu nsam na nkofo so say Ghana football but emeyo nyina ye hu baby a result a Ghana football ede mayen the same thing as ye trawo ne nyina ye hwe han a Ghana politics this is the way a echo say ye to abayi obi amna koboa empenifu a wo mo ebetu o mampenifo no hwe ne a echo so e wa santimantemu hwenia ekoso e wa santimantemu look at what is happening it is say ya for police for ne ade nyina no esesa police for asojafo abambofo esa o madagere eje adwuma o mo de no o munyina kokodi we yachi wo bra saade we mi hu bi da obet
chese
mi hu bi da uti bi da ade tantantanse
chese ade ekoso no enye fe wo na sa emabunu omkoye saade we no wo me blame you on because eyadia em say from day one Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ebe concede defeat anasa atutrasem we start say cost wo wo ha bet say gapoha emrantie bi agbawura ho yakopamu ni pe wo ho obet yes national service amanfo agbawura ho yete bi Ghana gas amanfo agbawura ho atutrasem basa share members of parliament kra abra ya converting keke and also atitrasem basa look at what is happening eye niwu eye time this is Council of State for crying out loud eye dia your constitution no ahyehya to wa Council of State nanka obi a okwa akotu mampanin for there nanka wanka sakra no sa election we no esese ma na ye kronkron to say the communion said the beya ye kotu aba yiwe no sa nipo mu kotu aba mfu nyina obia enyom ho asem nka And America say, we no, mami quote constitution no, article 89 na Council of State 179. Or say there shall be a Council of State to counsel the president in the performance of his functions. The Council of State shall consist of the following persons appointed by the president in consultation with Parliament. And like I said, Council of State in Israel, or say one person who has previously held the office of Chief Justice. A mandatory say Council of State as a former Chief Justice back here then. Also, again, one person who has previously held the office of Chief of Defense Staff of the Ghana Armed Forces, and also as a former Chief of Defense Staff, and also be our Council of State, and automatic. One person who has previously held the office of Inspector General of Police as a senior former IGP. The President of the National House of Chiefs as a Council of State. Also, one representative from each region of Ghana, elected in accordance with regulations made by the Electoral Commission under Article 51 of this Constitution, by an electoral college comprising 2 representatives from each of the districts in the region nominated by the district assemblies in the region. Ashanti region no district bi e wo bia de nipa mienu be den some microphone e dey form electoral college o kokoto. The Council of State shall elect a chairman and 11 other members appointed by the president. And yakoyi 11 people, 16 people from all the regions. President John Dramani Mahama who akonya say ono ankasa so appointing nipa 11 edom koso. Enti granted impose nipa na omo o win Ashanti region no. NPP ni a. Eho yen koya manyo se mo.
Eho dia na yekoye no.
Hwe atitiro ko akoti na ekoye adwuma. Why would obi person odi amanyo se mbe shem no ka chen say because we here NPP ni tiri ye man nkoye Council of State. If you are now making reference to E.T. Mensah or the late E.T. Mensah, may he so rest in peace, was a rep for Greater Accra.
Yes.
On the Council of State under akufo-addo. Why name honorable E.T. Mensah so yen this?
Obia Grant.
Obia was yes, member of Parliament, why sports minister. Tama President John Dramani Mahama winning the first term. The 3 wise men who choose Oma na omo advice no. Honorable E.T. Mensah ka ho.
Albert my yen komra na ye meto aso ewa ha. Abusua ye guso ya ye de ye sinipen dwumade no ema wo ewa ha awie hyehye de eso ye chi papa enya sem keto akra na enra ana se ye nyina ye beka ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne abadwoku a wo pa wo mo se wo nkonko ye hwehwemu operation recover all loot. Operation recover all loot. I just say no ye fe no ora. Se wo nkonko ye se adwuma no wo mo famra. Na ora iti sukroma anyasem keto akra na yewura Sami Okujato ablakwa ene da no. Na enra ene beto dwa se wo mo ahwehwe mu o mo aye ogboni beka se evidence ekuta wo mu se bi nipa bi abo men kro no ene ade nyina no wo mo ede kokoshe omampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ensa na wo hwe adanse ekuta wo mu de koya na ye mako eye 2417 ene wo de koye na bra omampani His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eje no wono nsoso atu nanum tu wakasa ye wakansem bi na ansa ne meko Albert wono ma yenko na afre yenko nkotie near His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eka ye na afre yemra studio na yento aso enko anim.
Sober reading, they reveal the scale of financial leakages that have cost our nation dearly. Resources that should have been invested in education, healthcare, infrastructure, and social development. But they also offer hope that through our collective efforts, we can reclaim what is ours and deter future acts of economic sabotage. As we receive this report, let me assure the Ghanaian people that the work does not end here.
All right, yes, I'm Alberto, near our course no. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and we jina wa wakasa no our mampenia say me hunu say oya me bom dodo me say dem hunu
say the second coming of John and Kasano as I said me no you see from the one I saw President Mahama in no na me wo like ensusie bi say President Mahama the second term will be successful because na me hunu say what the vice president for 4.5 years? What the president for another 4.5 years? What call opposition for 8 years now? And I thought say he was coming to right all the wrongs now or yeah previously no. And never be but I feel as now President Jubilee House ceremonies, you know, I'm saying I am a dead do. It was all bass or them, the real casa, Anna, and new mayor question. If it looks like, honestly, when it comes to control over Ghana, and they say my security system now you're tight, no, or you're Lucy ho, because of by to trust them is becoming one too many under his reign. Just say the commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces are onuna Ghana hanyina ye security who some sending someone. I say can be on say from time I declare as president-elect, and Crawford started so music chrome, call force electoral commission chrome and me and quality resource. So now as we speak, Ablekumanov, you need MP all because of just to trust him. Are they going to do this? Now, Council of State in the best share, you know, because Ashanti region, any rep or Council of State in this one. Is it Nkomo plan or person planning? No, me eliminate Ashanti region from Council of State now.
I bet you bet me pain say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he's not on top of issues.
Honestly, when it comes to securities and how these hooligans are to be controlled, no, he's not on top.
What exactly are you expecting to
the
see?
Ghana Police Service. Ghana Police Service crowd there. It's like they are being rendered useless in this country since December 7th.
As some will be can say you akufu dampari as say no why oba osuro because as a nyama baby akeka kona nche you be na there so.
IGP
na ho den yanka se kuta no as
IGP onu kra timi ka say hu masem kra no hu na okoka bibi abechew. And then obi two boabo glass ma pine na who was so and IGP no issue other 2022 say mo court 31st all night na kra now your pastor na ko say Nkomo a no one say Nkomo ni year obechew ono e ma asofo nyina da na ma okromu a obu say Nkomo say ba na odwane say me na me nko say Nkomo na meche me and boys wey small boys na mkroma omo ye to trust them IGP entimi nchi obi a as we speak, there's no record that say Obia kweti trust them obi bia ma ya che no.
Omo ya ye nchi obi a enti na omo guso ye no.
Na ye to aba e meka say sacrosanct when it comes to Council of State a me fa ni agbo because abadjoko bia ebu edom ho no the caliber of people omo wo mu no. Okra wontumi fo anon kasentia om. Na hwe enne santoto fifi we a more brebia because what bobra pa investment or Ghana ha person safeguard investment am just say sawa ko trust them we na what ye jawo na Ashanti Regional Police Commander ti ho nene Ashanti Regional ba ye to a rep for the region am na best on the Council of State
me who ne say ni nyina no a regional minister no shase a oye say adwuma no
from the report
and it is because the youthful exuberance no is taking over his head. I don't know, you see, because per report na eba no yes say ono an wo de sa macho men no eba ho etu ono no de omo baaye a omo mra me yes ade no and I don't know whether they want to do this to destroy the image of Ashanti. I can't tell, but if that is your plan, me assure say muja be boam.
No, because Ashanti regional minister say Onwa is early days yet, and you know he should be careful. So Ashanti regional minister pa onima sudi e dane so onima nkrofo a ono mo ba be di djuma wa Ashanti region hono onima titio na wo opem so asa so na this na sebi okrama wani so ade aboriga djum ye godwonso Oya Ashanti regional minister one of the youngest people I appoint to ma ye nyina na ye de say oh President John Dramani Mahama Emma youth more appointments. Now all be yes way. Such a useless orchestration say wono umma obi emedi Council of State Ashanti region. Now yet Constitution Council of State as an alternate wom. And now you catch as a regional minister and a bear appointee will be. And whether you like it or not, Ashanti region for will elect a nipa or per se or co-represent.
I may assure say and near my old more Asha see bubu no hono by almost actually Ura for some of the first report I be. On Besant him second report maybe a back capture and
yeah said the say almost a bit to me high because you see air time, Mr. Nkomo. Airtime. I bet you now, my
2,417 solid, concrete evidence. And yet, they are come on, Mampeni. What is our Yamishiwana? Biana opening bitter baby. Oh, Debbie, we show Debbie. Say off air, no, not ye didn't come up and no pain, and I may can't say, be said. Me papa can't say, betray me when it comes to witch hunting. Or catch him say, witch hunting is a good thing. Because witch and the papa. And if there's any witch somewhere, that witch has to be hunted. And one no. But untuminko hunting innocent people say, oh, hunted witches. What I say? Me kakusi say me obia papa nutrim obia. Why wadwen say Ghana ya ye nyina ye timi me no mi enu bo so me so tax ayetete en ye nwuma ye tax ayetete en ne de kogu kwanse ba kum na nipa ba ko pese o smart en na nipa ba ko pese ono no ede ono ni nyansa bi ebe wia Ghana sika Ghana Japade bi obefa obi obedi bone against this state aye Ghana de me I'm against that person and to say me papa say me mamiu, say me new, say me yiru, say madam fu, say me bow whoever or committing crime against Ghana. I'm running in it. And the Ora me the brain behind Ora, I am 1,000% in support of it. Say operation recover or loot. Or loot a papa and so be a looty bibi dia yankoje. Say obi aluti bibia yenkoje but eno so nkyere say usia me a matweata so a meda me ka mu a me V8 me bomb air condition no na wo wadwe mu no eye wo say akoye me say wakowi ade enti no ma me nko chase no if you chase innocent people because the lawyer for no come bibi say it is better to leave 100 criminals or I don't know how they put it. Let them go free than to convict one innocent soul. Ebeye say, omo di bone 100, ebe ne nam free. Chance ebe che obi a onye bone ba ko na kotum. Say ne omo de ye chema omari wade. Say obi ote ne ba bi ye se ne car aban car ne akwa kofa. Na eno na me kra me so say say omutimi ekofa papa ika obro munim say anya ban kai and yes 2,400 and something bebre be ye huroto niama no mde ko se ode adwenpa enante a all the time no ubeya de papa but say all the time ode adwenbone ni malicious suspicions say nipa ya onam we misusu say if you crawl timi emi say fa kwan boni bi so ana okosi ye entie ne ni fie no kra na ye hwa asi aban asase so ye nkonkoje ebi ka ba koje ni dencha na nya aban dia enti me no na me kan ora no ankasa ne setup no one na nkofo bi ka se ora no eni legal backing ora no so nchi obi a ora no onko obi afie mfa atuo nkogina ne so but say ode watimi the cameras edidi di omachi edi akonkofo asase so indicating say sankofo aye bone etia oman no ene ade
but no plan nya bone me no ti hey ochina you betimi akofolo case bi afa your cameras dey akọ do we need the constitution to and I say President Mahama to give us that authority
no but Albert yemfa ne say me no ti we na say lawyer de bibia hye on sa say hwehwe eniama e wa ha bia bibia yera hwehwe na ugusu na wo hwehwe no se uhu ade na na obeka ho asem na wo kwa na wo kwa hwehwe no na camera hyenkofo eho na ye de asi omo so no omo kire we ne wo ni ye bobbo nkofo din otiase and this is what people hate because
the enye omu ni say ye be ma obidin aba abonten ansa na yakoka na asem the na me kan say ora adwuma na omo ye no 2,417 cases and I said reports from the Akoma president and as president G and wa hand over at the attorney general so on yemu adwuma ye nim enkofo a omo make it up the 2,417 me ye sure say e bia e be koma wie kra na ye say nipa 2 pena omo to abanmra na 2,415 grade here omuso mu ebetimi akomu nsu no omu nyina kra nso ye innocent enti report it doesn't mean anything and the report no it doesn't mean because ora nankasa no doesn't have any legal backing to even call you to even ask you questions enti omo de omo bi omo prono to ho say questioning susu say albert aye bibia or the Huasembeko. Miss Susu say, why you be behind the Huasembeko? Sometimes you go home by your neighbor, we had the rare within few months of seeing dying a jawa, Aquia Benjamin or Korea baby. Now be one will be cratch on the neighbor in the cop. Some of my baby on crime is our Korea baby. Nina a ye say Ghana for Bebois. Na ya on corruption and this animal because media corruption in our body politics, I'm fully against. Now,
Albert, Attorney General Nankasa no Jinidi.
Oh, me Jinidi.
No, because looking at the, Mr. Opuni.
Yeah.
And I said do agongo on my case. At a whole Attorney General Obaye no. Just I know the Obaye na no more directive said they should just put it somewhere. I'm fan to baby cry and you're interested.
Yeah.
Now we are the aqua come yes, Obabe done ye was son so. Anya NDC amanyokuma no be sonne omo agu nchen na wahwe other party former ediomachi. Who say that know what he's going to do?
Who say Mr. Nkomo when it comes to sir and new money cases now I na politicians na ngata na ya na want you mase. Want you mase because eba opini former Cocoa Board CEO any sedu agongo case a case I drag it on now from 2017 ABCN against Ghana ne omo a criminal proceedings na nekos but under Nana Akufo-Addo ohu bibia na HSS case opinion before we and now go before we because me who say what Odi asem no kra court na SSN na utumi chire bibi say asa uye adwuma no I saw some lackadaisical attitude bi wo age ho for the past 8 years mean to me ponka say na attorney general then put a serious to prosecute that case. Of course na ana mbisa say bibi ba bontim out here say na ye court the asemi I say all the time you're opening lawyers a part of the proceedings. Another attorney general case and Koye NPP against Opunion. The case is still Opuni against the state. Abana Saba attorney general there or no ene yempeu Dr. Ayene or ye attorney general for Ghana and he is the principal attorney for the state. And to say or withdraw case with court and we withdraw on behalf of the state. State in the court and a state in so major. Because the past 8 years, it was as good as the case was withdrawn. Because what was the case doing in court? Say case in the drag say NPP form po and almost to say opponents na nye bibi papa mpo anti-mian prosecute you ma. You don't expect NDC for to be prosecute you ma. What you say? Say mo mpo anti-mian gather the needed evidence and every documentation needed to prosecute them, make sure say those people were put behind bars in the past 8 years. President John Dramani Mahama, or how many years? Only 4 years. And Osha, on Masadi make, and of course, a waste of state resources. You cut man hours, and then Sikan near my ascent or one who compare Bia, Sikampa fighting for in quarter. Ebia insignificant. And you know, mean cancer and say, Attorney General will draw case be a few quarter, papa. Because why? Yensha Collins Dowda. Sagle me case ya yako omusomako we drafi a court. Case involving over $2 million US. They were supposed to build 5,000 housing units. At the end of the day, almost 1,412. Difference of over 3,000 housing units. Next canasa. San yoma we na dia draw because you see he who calls for equity must come with clean hands. And then what o bana o say o recover loot. It was it orano. Oba enso no case bi okota. It is believed that some crofo no so no. O man fa kwan paso amagana ahwene sika. Na ada na de ho apaso no uni wian se wo hwani bi atugem. Na eno de wo tu agusa wo de foforo ana eba beto apaso. Enti ene so ko hwehwem na ye ma obi nso contract. Anase de adwuma hwe obi nsa so no so nkosi housing units bi. Na no so antimi an deliver. Sa kwa no obeti no ana ubeka say because Collins Dowda mu case no na me interested in no. We dey no so me interested ana. Is that what we are talking about? Yemfa Dr. Ernest Thompson, that was Senate. Over $15.3 million. Asamo court ye kamo ba ya muso anu so ya be ye fi ho. Enti ene se obi mpodi $1 million e was Senate. And I say it is believed say wa magana really $1 million mpo a. Ono mu be de ne betum, mo be che no. And am beka say because case na involve Dr. Ernest Thompson na over $15.3 million na ye jan into no. Obi $1 million so ya ye nchena na. Because mu yes ani mu ya na kire say as a politicians no mudi bone a no makope cover e political parties echi. It is some we need power. Na say mo bone ni nyina no. Ye jan ni nyina fro. Anu so de ye fa kire o man. President Mahama na make say yes, when in na me will believe be say wakusua bibi di aba. But the way it's going, it doesn't look like wakusua bibi di aba because President Mahama and the politician wa Ghana pa yakoto aba one election mu a corruption ye de dware na manane ho aye free poto in 2016.
To usini pain says he say John Mahama is still adada na.
Me can say that na but the American says say osua bibi afi de etwa mu no mu a. As I said at this time, or to say, Obimpo at the WhatsApp status, corruption case be at the WhatsApp status, was so interested in person, Mr. Wabu, Mianko prosecutions and pay. O Chaman Korabi Bobo Park, Sumporam Gassa, Papa, and we are corrupter. As I said, a convoy in Nijina, no friend, and say, Mamma, evidence, so I'm prosecuting. As I said, or fighting corruption with all his might. Nankofo who said, the second coming of Mahama, he is coming to right all the wrongs he made in his previous regime. But say Obabeye Niyama say said ye as a Niyama na course in 2016 no corruption di dware ni nyina no still as a wasamba na odwanfu level na no de ba dia emwa.
Albert, looking at ekwan a omo ankasa enam so omo de ye adwuma no.
Yeah.
Obi busa say we no omo share from the era of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. No more elu to Ghana nyina no. I hear omo case no dey aba ana say I mean 8 years here twa mu ya no omo share dey afri akọ.
Che say eno menu mi dey tie say yenim.
Obi anti ase.
Report ya na me can report here dey come president and no dey ma attorney general. We don't know the details.
Albert unjin dey say ya ho prepare na President Mahama dey kote sa ora.
Oh. Ora na nkasa President Mahama ti ora no ne enso ani ino.
Because now aka some few weeks to become president. I be so in. Eti nyabotre yemfa to me now constitute it well. say, okay, this is going to be the scope of, I mean, this is how they are going to work. So that
do you even need oral to even do this? You don't need. Fortunately, Constitution and Kasa make provision amount that say Attorney General a constant as a offer. Side department is there for you. Secondly, the previous administration I established a constitutional body called a special prosecutor. At the same time, Yoko, and they are solely for economic crimes. All economic organized crimes Yoko ne ehweso. Osan kra wo police CID ene utuwe ubetimi a change down pare and say with the new CID IGP abasa even if you don't trust him. Now, why investigate Bibia Wankasa Mayan underground mpo? But Orano looking like it's an extension of their campaign propaganda and Amukani Bawumia and the body. And all the propagandas they propagated during the campaign, Owini Yana Yensweni in or Kani Bawumia not forming aura. Because Otifieno, now our preconceived mind say and Krovobi Aluti Bibi. Enti ora na omo mo hwehwem ni nyina no meti aka say adwembone best 60% at investigation achi. Enti all the time you know uchi uka kra na suspect who say car we enu ntia me ekofa chama ma de wa de car na suspect say eye aban kan na nya aban kan in 2013
so oka say adwembone techire a is it based on nipa wo mo ewo behind ora no ana say Adrian
in all the NDC setup. NDC setup ni nyina adwembone techire enti NDC member bia who say ora na the right thing because when they were in opposition all their mind was enkofobi wiade. Who says
anya sa na 2016 so no NPP so
NPP we obeseti up committee bi.
Say ebia wo ba wanye but no person oye na hu say Ukraine oye
and what I make say when the government is investigating Bonia we need problem but for kwan papa so nefa ye eno sa na onya chi ni say wom obi ani ho mpo betimi aka bia ma say nipa no na just say obi hu say no ye ntimi emfa ye we de anya adwuma enkotua tax no kwabra ni miwia in fact se misusu se obi biara owo Nana Addo akufo-addo government including Nana akufo-addo himself say ye hwe investigation bi ne ehu se ofan kwamboni bi so enya ne ho e wo Ghana ha yenche
former president
no se obi biara wafa kwamboni so ama Ghana ahwe sika for Nana akufo-addo so ekosi ne last appointee so President Mahama munya evidence na omunche no but na mum umfa sa adwembone no nkochi innocent person na onye bone awa bone hu modin no de akoye ono na Japade bi eno de uye ne sa emra no na wamfa anya adwuma enti sa utifie na oye campaign na e wadwe se obi wia bibi enti no abra onye bedi president impono na wati committee be a friend say ora that time put down your president you were president elect enti na we ya niam say ya na just say I just say obi a wagasa no wadwemboni bi dada ewo at the back of your mind answer na odi ba beti sa committee and don't tell me I say boni techire because propaganda ne niam e kan on say so hwe honorable kuje to convert na akoka say na waka bibi wa chiro bibi on Facebook page say na akufo-addo man akoto state land bi the former lands minister honorable Abujinapo e call committee na nim na obisa na question na already paper na say assassin mpo no say na nje state land na na ye obi a family land na omokoto e after honorable say na ohun de onka you see sometimes and near anytime who say wo share honorable okojeto ablakwa and some bebre o ka opposition and no and what translating na odo omni ko share ora no enti gidi we o ka 2009 na Nana Addo akufo-addo NDC buy ye ko je ne case de age Yakwaje chairman Omade Wade Kaya. Yagene car. Later on, who is a car and Pusa and Akufo-addo and Kasaka and a national security for a San return a car and command and Akufo-addo. That was in 2009 when President Mills won the election. And to Sanema, we know, me say, and Yamama says, 2,417 cases here, Yadia Coma Attorney General. Yabes Sonis, one Rani and Babakumpo, I'm telling you. Say, oh, Chria, now who be a different from say them Ranabesha on Sasafire Jumon. What I say? Who don't bet me a chamo baby and say, hey, and Diane can see idea, or be an obey to me 2 years, their sister dying. So 1 year, Sikapa won't be for 2 years in sea. But what was to know a genuine citizen? What making the sick canoe crime papas or the sin dying? Any papa suspicion. Any paya ye kakra no biti echire na or born the suspect. Edwin say obia because President Akufo-addo ka se kejiti akromfo. Ohun se wa dress na nam ho na won so ye shepe a. Because ono bokro no ne didi nti no. Ono so hu ana ye se won so bokro no. But there are genuine citizens, genuine business people, and we genuine business in Ghana. They can afford anything that they want to buy. Why? Yeni Ghana Hana a former President Mahamudu Ibrahim Akoto jet Ochi. And everybody knows that this is a genuine businessman. Everybody respects him in this country. Ibrahim Mahama has been working under regimes, President Kufuor, President Mills, President Akufo-addo, President Mahama, and he will continue to work till time when Nkomo is suffering. When you see such a person, not only be flamboyantly, not ordanim ne kamu na otinifie papa bimua, now suspecting. That is it. And just a investigation, it shouldn't come into our body politics. There are genuine people in this country who deserve to live good lives because the Omaya Jumade are making musika. Name one before Kwambonesu in politics. Now Oria one see the cry. I am for it. Say young fanning kotum because untimi me fa manyosem so emeria Ghanesika. And to say Obia na medical kind Obia under the Akufo-addo government. Obia under former President Mahamudu government ended 2017. Obia under President Kufuor government. Senempo ni who say President Kufuor abresono. Obia bonibia crime does not have an expiry date.
All right. All right. Alfred, Albert, mamen kwana membra Felix, ma yenhwe na say yenyina ye beka ya say last week na NPP amanyoku emma womo eye your friend is saying press conference ewo Asante Mantemu.
Yeah.
Ana womo eka se womo de omunyaya anka honorable Ken Agyapong ena 2028 NPP emfanenko. Na saa asem na eba no nokure ni nyame anim ni ase enye nkofo bi de enti esro bia ne se ne akwan onam so a okana asem se ne a etie ene ade a na enene nansa ena abrantie baako a enye ono na ye man attention na mom na asem okan ye no ana ye pese ye ma asem no attention na sa enkomo na ono di ye no ye nso so ye pese ye di enkomo ni bi esan se ye medical kan se okoto onu wafefo ekokwa yem no omo pepepa ahoma wo so pa ahoma ni bi esan so omo pe no ebi anu body eba aba be hu adwuma enti esansem no a womo ekeke ka no ana ye pese ye hwe na afei ye hunu ni aye beye na me pese edikan ebo eye abrante ba akọ ye adwuma Kesben FM na sem a ono eka ye odefa eye honorable Kennedy Agyapong ho no ma ye hwe sa video no say aye ready ama ye hwe na ye mra ye ba na afei yasan ato aso afiri ho akọ anim
almost 30 years pa ekwan ye fa so a ye dey try opposition no kwame almost 30 years you understand almost 30 years pa the kwame on make opposition shadio kwame
video
enkofo ye o me press conference e wa Ashanti region
yeah
o support to Owura Kennedy Agyapong obi isi ukwan se and support to Owura Kennedy Agyapong but the press conference no me what come me huniti huni na me huni na the growth of the party, a bit me hilly party, no, a loose election. And quite ben as a press conference, a bit me hilly party. I don't get it. Che, say, Sadia will be no me ma. Urake de Agyapong.
Yeah.
During the elections, I feel Okojina platform swa. What to mean Kasati said how it ought to be. Adema Dr. Bawumia NPP.
Yes, sir.
Sadia, Sanoma say, oh, and a ma papa Nantimianya campaign.
Said yes,
So because nobody can damage the flag bearer. Why, yeah, internal politics, external politics. What destroyed Dr. Bawumia Ama and this for the Google audio ni a say video so o TikTok ni Facebook kwame and no na campaign de ma NDC.
Yeah.
At a point normal rest they will go to house but as for the social media nobody will rack the Agyapong the vibes and then a campaign the NPP e bi na mrante ne says ya kwakoto aba Mr. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Sawinia. Mo a press conference mu gina bre hefa.
Ubeda campaign.
Ubeda no why campaign. Ade no so next year and ye kwa koyi ade no.
All right, enti sa emfoni a ye ekohwe ye eno eye ye friend say ye nua ba kwa wo ye adwuma ana meka say ono so ye political journalist a wo ye adwuma e wo Kesben FM. Eho ana wotena na okeka asansem no ewo abet ne da paso ni o
say Nkomo ekeka nsem say ohu na I wonder say omo pese omo kire saying say at one breath obia wo hu kwan say oka de me pese me penasem but another breath can Agyapong din krade. If you have a region like Ashanti region, I mean to say it is the seat of the New Patriotic Party. Now say all the regional executives in the region, ebe catch Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say you be sign the work of 2028. Enti sankrofo ya pe akwaya obon pia ne logic no. Sankrofo ya be catch Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia say 2028 be sign the work no. Say ye koto abana Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia anwini a na say honorable Agyapong ewini a untumi nso be ba campaign na. Say o ka say honorable Agyapong crofo no say Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wini a on betumi aba. But say mo dem go catch Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no wini another person wini a mo beba. And I say untumi mu and I say all the people who are calling for Bawumia are saying say Bawumia wini a are they going to leave the NPP party? If they don't know, let me tell them. Omu nama omu di NPP achi a omu ko ba nyina no. Party no sika any party resources na omu di adwuma. Honorable Agyapong, one man soldier. Ni crew ni nkrofo na odom nam nyina financed by himself. And I know the campaign among. Honorable Agyapong no mo so pan say ninsema o kan ye na de. Honorable Agyapong was the face saver for the running mate of Kofafi Ashanti region the NPP for. Napo was like a balloon yahoo from Egum without Honorable Agyapong in this election I called in 2024. Now Honorable Agyapong Kanapo he wasn't functioning. Honorable Agyapong was the savior for the running mate in power Kofama Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And untina ye na po flyer anaka Agyapong da so. But bia na po ko ye bia flyer bia he's going with Agyapong. Agyapong na ni row campaign mi ye den. Yeti campaign team uto na Agyapong di wo. Aden na running mate senka running mate ni mo nyam. Na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia make a good choice. Na si afona fi a stronghold of NPP. Nanka ayi or the saying more problem here bi. Mo stronghold na ayi running mate fiba. Aden na se otu9 okwa boso okan. Honorable Agyapong anko program kra nka nye yie. Ehokro ko gina ono ogacha boso okan for kra say nyankopon kra de a oda. That is the running mate I'm confiding in my NPP for. It's the honorable Agyapong. Just say, Tama na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia started campaign on the possibility bas nam. And you honorable Ken. Na Ghana nyina hey, ebekoye. One day it is a fanfare BSc Kumasi, Yankosha, Honorable Agyapong, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Basim. Or buy a daughter in China Bawumia say, "I've get away. The man is here." And when you create his seat, at the man, Honorable Agyapong, I'm not saying Bawumia chain. Within 2 minutes, near post this picture on Dr. Bawumia Facebook page. And no MP before who you are no man. Time Honorable Agyapong could join Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and Bass Numa non in a campaign, Kumaseno. Omuhunu anoma hunu enti se nipa amuamunim se sebi ono wagum hufi anase flag bearer no wode na ye fom wase ne huniam na enti nipa na eba ne sen na mode ne kwotena mo ba mesi owura bass nu na Dr. sorry ye na dote ne nche no otu nu Albert ma men kan sem kire sa abrante no wa ye no kokotako unuare ka me wo message na wo de ba ye no anu ne hia me. But we want to say nipa ne de ohu hia me ba kokra. Although I have respect for you, but ohu hia me ba kokra. Look, my yanka no krancho say aparianfo ne je ya papa. Se woni mu a aparianfo ne je ya nkasa. Because my men can say time Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia can say MPP amayoko betena konwa so a he is going to make sure say at that time as running mate he is going to make sure say Ghana hano ayete no ye ba be ye eyi akwan sa akwan na ye ba be concrete roads and ye ba be ye no at that time no me pa cho na NDC for no muni kroma. You see eya mama yen ka no kre e ma yen ye ya dwen say bi nipa bi wo ho no mo a omo ye hia nti no esese ba bi e betene bi aye kan aye pe e de kire wo mo because look say we ni mo a ho. There are several people one kasakrano key members of the NPP or some more ka enyane say sebi ahomaso adano onobu Agyapong kuma betena ha Agyapong kuma betena ha no mo ana okasa asemo kan ye ne say ade bibisan say de na mo nyusu elections no ono our former information minister he has been a cabinet minister for 8 solid years me buana obetena ha eba be kan say eya ahomaso eno omo ye den omulusu ye ba wo tena ho ka se onobu Kennedy Agyapong nko an ogu sabe Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho fi anu nti ema sabe omo elusu abato na we ya nyina no ena se report ne ba na so ka se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eye onobu Kennedy Agyapong enegu ne ho fi ne ma sabe nkofo anto abama no a na ye ka ne se me pa cho sa ne ma we no ehu hia. It is about time when you want to do political analysis, please, you can do constructive analysis. Obianu any problem. But so you want to say, "Oh, the any hanhane dako aprenkins makromwa." Do any adabo because wo ya je women na. On say na kwatena baby na ne nkofo ye programmer. No obia o kasa obia akwa mpeso obetie because wo no ase wo ha adwen. Oman na yetimi no sabe so ka say na time Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ekwatena Peace FM okoka say you levy ono as your friend said vice president onjintum na nisifo ni kroma eti now say nisifo the sade no campaign na ba be ka say den because as vice president he was part of eku a omokwaje sa 11 tum anu de ye adwuma eti now say NDC for you so eno the campaign against eno no Kennedy Agyapong no kakan se ebia na unim yenti a wo kan sa because ebia na unim nyamenim nia unim aminim ene se ebia omo committee na omo report wo adwuma de ababonten no ebia woni bi di nkomo no ma ka kire se omo pese omo ya nom de ade no ehwe honorable Kennedy Agyapong kon eti na ma sha ase a mo prapra kwam ede amasa ne man dia enya de besi and that has been the main reason why intia se committee no kwa bonten no makwa kopa reason intia ma NPP elusu elections a omo mie kwam mo obi ama no omo kwahye kokko no ma frefre nipa ba mienu miensa bi no omo de omo kọ anania na Michael Krekumante etna TV so eka say ono as former PC anas obi o contest ye PC o ti ase
omo ba me constituency ekoko frefre nkofo e ma committee for nkwa be yadma hoko a ono kwa wanya we oti ase ono kwa wanya we eti se opese wo ka obi bia ubetimi akasa no akasa ne opese wo kan bia but emaye nya ya adwin se sebi obi abetimi ahyeche no obi ko hyecha ntekra wo so nko ade ase nipa ne de ba ye mfa ni nsuo ne so pa no asem ye yepe bia betimi aka kire no ne yepe bia ye betimi ne na ye aye se de yepe bia sebi honorable Kennedy Agyapong kire me one political figure wo Ghana ha betimi abia nyuma afa Ghana former honorable Kennedy Agyapong tell me one political figure and then so NPP are only the development be are opeke from honorable Kennedy Agyapong. NPP are OSP development be no only na opeke from honorable Kennedy Agyapong because one person or the bottom sika AC 12 unit classrooms or the bottom sika AC Niama Bebredema Ghana former Esha Ghana former co school any idea no at that time no sabe na other political figures no more enfa yen na ya wa Ghana ha ana abrante ba kwa ya de ne ko ya friend saying Chaso Abet Chaso Jachi Kwesi ni pay on no ekoye Mirafi constituency no kwa Asen North by election Chaso honorable Kennedy Agyapong ko ho se okwa campaign Chaso Poku okwa ho se okwa campaign e de aboa Chaso Poku betra na aboa ni mo se honorable won kai me honorable won na wo hwe mi school on kai me na honorable Kennedy Agyapong kasa kronya we say nipa we na opese odo anu si no na say nipa we na opese okasa etian anyhow abet ansa na bebem no maye nkotie asefua aso akasa waka asembi ntomu guso mo yanwu adwuma eye ready aye betie no so ne ahwese sa brante ye okotena Kesben TV so kokasa kokaka ne nsemsa no ono so ye NPP ni echen sebi nipa NPP amayoku odimu oye MP no so ono ye NPP ni chen na no wa kire amyahwe ya de satna krowe mu a ekrowe sene ayehunu no saa na ebehu no because inipa bi asabi nyame ama o makokuduro inipa bi anyame bi o magya ba bi a ombetimi aboa afoforo no ne epese ede ani si o mo ebra o mo ase ana ye ne epa bi a ne de eye yi a enya de ebeboa ewiase na ye wo no ade ba ko esese ehunu se nipa bi a ewo eye seasons mienu ewo wiase and that season first season and say Nyankopon ebeye wo ho adwuma first season say God working on you na Nyankopon ye wadom na bedu oye ho adwuma wi a na afei odwo agina that season a eno your friend say he is going to use you to work and God is going to work through you honorable Kennedy Agyapong pempen so wadu no Nyankopon ede na ye adwuma nyame waye no ho adwuma wie enti ba bia duru no ode no ye nipa ho adwuma and that is the main reason why antia onam na ne sika anka ba bia duru ode to ne private jet na oginani eye ne obeye no oguso odi biebie nyuma ema Ghana fo and eye ne person obeboa ama Ghana na ba beduru ba bia sebi obi ntwi phone enfre pani bi mpa na chawansa wanya adwuma ye obi ntwi phone enfre pani bi mpa na chawansa wanya aduane adi etisi ye pese sebi ye sopa no ni ye nia ye nya ye pebia bibia ni ane de kwahye ne kon bibia ni ane de kwahye ne kon a enya de oman ni ye betimi akoye nim but we will never also sit down and watch some of you ema mo ye sa ane ama no udisi a yesu ye betu abet
Mr. Nkomo hwe sa gentleman ya in the tape no can be say ye de ascend off Emma honorable Kennedy Agyapong and I went to deliver seat obi kofa no man honorable Kennedy Agyapong
until bibiase until
when was the last time
until bibiase
when MPP po by election aye was sent off no the central regional minister was not even allowed to speak at that rally. It was at that rally na honorable Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen kasa na almost chemists no ne sa operations na start underground no at the time Alan gina platform so kasa okita microphone ana one fianga small boy and old Jubilee House e ko stop Alan so nya kasa na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia eba Emma baby ankese so offer ko ba fam ko fa ade de be tree stage nanim Emma the fa nipa num ebe fro ba ho That is the time the disrespect to Honorable Alanche Martin started. A group of enemy support our campaign as na ye ka NPP pa asemwa oba aba beka ayi asema ato Honorable Ken so a in fact let me say this Assemble Honorable Ken Agyapong can find or the saying former Vice President John Dramani Bamba
Dr. Bawumia
former Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na eyentro Omun can 1, 2, 3 things Honorable Ken Agyapong can find Dr. Bawumia ho a na mo kasa semu de eyentro na no na NDC for fast no koto aba ebi wo ho na ebi wo ho ana. Are these not the same people who took us to IMF and these same people couldn't break their aids? Is it not these same people? And then Krofo ya na Ghana for kaso mu ye dwa mu ade. And then Krofo ya no mo sisa CEOs nyina kogu Kumasi a omkofa Ashanti region. Radio stations nyina no mo ye campaign against Honorable Ken Agyapong. At the time, na omato 16 radio stations e wo Kumasi CEOs, any MPs, any ministers, egu Kumasi. Anya san Krofo ya.
Omo dem dey want it.
And why would somebody sit somewhere arrogantly now can say, oh no to you no Honorable Ken Agyapong there only a coin bias say obimpo can say Honorable Ken Agyapong there didn't call. But what the obet me can say yemfa we nko. What kind of logic is this? Is it Sandema we no mu ya na obi kasa ba kasa nko omo person mo say party no. But you see this is NPP. Who to me ka obi akasa bo anse ne yam. Some of us took inspiration from another akufo-addo 30 years ago.
Yes.
When he was leading Kumpreku in 1995. Ono no kire yensa esese uye bold now kasa. After the South Pay the president, Obia than Mumu.
Okasa,
President Mahama Akufo-addo band the Kakayo Obia Timin Kasa. Now, what bay is after what it? And then for 48 Timika as a President Mahama or not spending less than 50 days in government. And no crowd people 40 minutes as a criticizing. And another for what be any Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia be your mind for 8 years. Then your man ko ye. Now one kasamo party for airpoint yaka chamo say. And yama ABC the way man shweni ye de be ko position and ye be ko position and ye be ko position. Now musimu fi ni pano. Now party saying. Now when no be kwa watch it in a bar. Na kra ni say obaka say. NPP ye Honorable Ken Agyapong Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia mienu gyina hɔ a ɔmo mienu hɔ na betu aka sɛ ɔwɔ abadayɛ ma NPP party no na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ni NPP mu na ne epesika call Congress wɔ Tamale yanya bi. It took people like Honorable Ken Agyapong to finance the party to Tamale to go for Congress. Na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no only Ghana ha no only NPP ni. Why you behaving say afraid that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no yet the MPP aman say work and pay into or take we are on for party in Fanko. The party is not for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and every MPP member has the right to determine obia or person supporting no. What I say? Enti untumi ntina Kumasi na unka say ade na Nkomo for press conference. The press conferences will go on, people will talk and near maybe anko ye in MPP yebeka. What I say? Because to me and can't obia say onye din. And not Akufo-addo. Na onye even member of parliament too. And so Osikrom Tamana you are the saying President Rawlings. Eddie VAT ba. Enya zata no me kumpreku. Na Akufo-addo ata no onye MP po. Na now be the president na the E-levy ba no be ka say E-levy no mpa. What's the other no the all count there? How? Just say.
I bet mame komra na toaso efri ho. Eye Vincent Eko Asifua honorable ono eye MP edema eye omanfo a ewo old tafo na ono so edi Nkomo kakra se sa video na ready a Felix ma ye sa video no na fe ye ntoa so enko yenim.
Clearly see say your party no drum pempenswa na akwese sebi yemunipa
ti ujitumza.
Oh yes, why not? Because as I said, but this is the right time for us to be able to say it because
and I
make a choice. May living testimony to that. As I said, as a member of parliament, I say me constituency so be so pay transfer because it be a forestry commission.
Okay.
So me mean to me, say me could see you.
I
could see you and I see you no pamo as a member of parliament. What becomes of you?
Now we are honorable member.
I am telling you, honorable. When him say I had the opportunity to engage Minua Kwame Chikesi on it.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Yes. And when him say me can't say I have received so many calls and so many messages. Just as a lot of people with similar issues about it.
So it's just an example. And I made tool for real.
Yes, and I made the crumb.
All right. Abusia, enti eno na da ho no Honorable Vincent Eko Asifua ono na okasa no oye MP ose ade ba ko ma MPP amanyoko no elusu election no has to do with arrogance. Enti ni ono eken nti se won so political journalist also nam baby na also ka bi before fra ebia na wo unim chen MP na ene wo a wo jejereje abet ma yanya na yenso
Mr. Nkomo enti wrapping up what I want to tell everybody and will be out here and say MPP is the party that we have. Yen fi MPP unko join any other political party. And me support you na Agyapong. Nyame MPP so fi party no ma ono nko na beko me ndi nachi meeting. Enti whatever metimi aye aboama MPP party na ye no metine mu na maye me nkwa abonte na me nkoka because if I'm not part of the system I cannot correct it. Enti sa ahunahuna ne obi sa nsema we dey obotimi aka we na me dey mean to me nka no they should forget it. And I'm can say 3 decades ago that time na mo HS1 ana na na dan akufo-addo mo eye kumpreku. That is when some of us you believe in those benefit na no di party and say these are people you betimi asua omo ne aso di abede abebo ye bra enti de na beba say under na akufo-addo obi de ontumi nkasa how President Rawlings president na akufo-addo kasa Kufuor be president people were talking party no obi ade na ho odi be shem Obia Beyamana ye, but nobody has monopoly over intimidation in this country. Who intimidate me, I must be intimidate you.
All right.
And we all make sure say party the Beye Amana ye, they will come and recapture power.
All right. Me da say papa say Albert wetimi confidently wetimi akasa sa na abusua ye nyina ye share ye di nkomo ye nim say ye ne ye mame Honorable Abina Osei Asare ono MP member of parliament edema omanfo a ewo Etiwa East ene yene no ene ABC nkonwa na afa yedi nkomo osanso former minister former deputy finance minister enti no minister of state ye kasika semu a obu akonta wa being dread enti ene yene no eba besi nkonwa na afa yetimi abo enkomo de afa oman no kanko ene ekwan a ye nam so a yebetimi ama oman no etimi ayeye eho enkomo ne ye ba bedi enti twen ye kwaba na onsusu betimi do text messages and afa WhatsApp messages ni nyina o de aba o comment ene ade ni nyina no we will make sure say yebetimi read ni nyina papepe e de ama Shannon so say net 2 television dwumade ni din e de sinipei na aha ne ye mfra bibia ntoma ye ka no se de tie no kran so na ye ka sanso so ana wutie ewo oman 107.1 FM so ana afei Asante Mantem so so ash 101.1 FM ana afei 90.1 FM nap radio enso so ewo asinfusu we any platforms ahodo a ye nkomo a ye bo nyina no enam so me din e de Anthony Kofi Nkum twamitiawa na fra me Mr Nkum ma me twa me ho na me mra na me ba Honorable ebetena say na afei yetimi edi nkomo ye ba sesi a.
Unfortunately, our tradition, our culture, we don't believe in the youth. I'll give you one example. Growing up, when you see elders talking, and even go and stand there and listen to words of wisdom, they will sack you. Free hako where you call born paying for Nkomo. You see, it put fear in there, and it gives a gap between the youth and the elderly. This has gone on for so long that he used the word trivialize.
Yes.
You see, people don't have confidence in the youth because they think common sense is by age, which I strongly disagree. Common sense is not by age. It is by how the application of the mind. So the mere fact that you are older than me doesn't mean I cannot use my head. So this problem has lingered on for so long that it intimidates the youth to come out boldly because our culture has suppressed the youth for so long. So coming out there to demonstrate that you need jobs, no good roads, no this, they sit there, one, because of their position that they are holding and how they are making money. They don't care about what is actually happening. And these are realities. I was outside the country when the demonstration went on. And I saw how the police beat some of the youth in it.